Don, LA, California. What you say about Los Angeles? Still the only place for me. It never rains in the sun. To live in Don, LA.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome right here to the Change Reality Show, where we do what we do, and we bring real life stories here at the Change Reality Show. We out here in Compton, California, and we out here at the Outreach Service out here in Compton on Long Beach Boulevard, and we kicking it with my man. I want him to introduce himself to the camera, and we're going to get right to the point and start asking him some questions.
Well, everybody know me as Rick Marshall.
Dig that, Mr. Marshall. We're going to get right to it, Mr. Marshall. Can you tell the audience where was you raised and where you was born at?
Well, I was halfway. I was born out here in Los Angeles, but I spent a little time in Detroit, Michigan myself. And I grew up with the Wingates and Clarence Cotier out of there and Rick Appley.
Dig that. Can you tell the audience when did you first get involved with the drug trade and hustling like that, and what caused you to get into that life?
Just all my friends' environment, man, seeing the fast money, they just brought it into the community, seemed like they dropped it off. And we just all got a sack and started getting busy, you know. We went from maybe smoking weed and drinking all the way to heroin addiction.
Dig that. And did you hustle in Detroit or did you hustle out here in LA?
Both places.
Dig that. And when things started happening in your life, did you think the money was a lifetime thing, or did you think this was just we're gonna live happy after?
Well, when we were young, we thought we were gonna live happy ever after. Yeah, at first.
Dig that.
And then people start getting hooked, you know, their product, and they start going to joint. They start getting shot by the police, because a lot of them go out and rob a lot, and they would end up in wheelchairs and are dead or in prison.
Dig that.
That's where it went to.
So your first drug of choice that you ever hustled, what was it?
Heroin.
Dig that.
Yeah.
And back in the day, you know, heroin was my choice of drug to hustle back in the early 80s, you know what I mean, in the late 70s. And at that time, everybody was getting crazy money off of that, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, like you said, got hooked and different things like that.
Yeah.
Now, would you say that heroin is the most worstest drug in America besides cocaine or meth?
Well, I would say it ranks with the top drugs in America today. It always have. And I came up in the 60s. And so, like I said, that was the first drug that was dropped off. We went from drinking, smoking a little bit of weed, box weed, to straight up selling heroin brown. And then from that to China White.
There it is. They don't know about that, some of y'all, you know what I mean? Or that
right,
mud,
right,
you feel me?
Yeah, show you right, yeah, the Mexican black.
Yeah.
So, you know, we just, we got into it, but to me, personally, it's crack cocaine became the scourge that just really wiped out the black community. You see, heroin was, certain people did that. If you didn't shoot a needle, you were scared of heroin. So, I mean, you know, when they came up with the smoking thing, and everybody began to get high. Everybody, even the heroin addict, took hold to the crack, started smoking it, because it wasn't like it was something that mellowed them out, because they could then come back. They wasn't nodding all the time, and it was like a speedball, like we used to do the speedball thing. So the crack and the coke and the heroin made it like your system was like moving, you know. So that's how it went down. But I think crack was the worst thing, my brother, that ever come into this community, man.
And you know what? I got to agree with you because, like you said, when heroin came out, that's an old drug from way back in the day, and that would just mellow you out. You can get your pack, going home, and nod all day long, and you know, and chill out.
That's right.
But when the crack hit, that meant, you know, you was up all night long. You feel me? Knocking on everybody's door. If you had $5,000 that night, it's going to be gone for the end of that day.
It makes you into a fool.
It makes you into an animal, not just a fool.
Yeah, not
it
just
makes you into an animal.
That's right. But so, a big-ass fool, though. Big-ass fool animal.
Now, soon as the 5,000 is gone, now you're ready to sell your kids, you're ready to sell your house, and you don't even own the house.
You're ready to sell yourself.
You're ready to sell your soul. You feel me? and you trying to sell the man's car next door and sell his title, and it ain't even your car. You feel me?
Okay, that's
and,
it. That's
you know, and it goes deeper than that. It goes. People start kidnapping kids back in them days, and start selling kids. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the crack game is a hell of a game. You feel me? And if you're a person that ain't never been on drugs, you don't want to be, because that's a dog world. You feel me? It's like living in the dog ages. It's like living definitely in the dog ages, you know? Some never win, and when I say some never win to get off them drugs. When they get started, it become a lifetime battle. You feel me? And we all better recognize that you don't want to try no kind of drugs, and you don't want to be bothered with them, because if you get to messing with them and messing with them too heavy, keeping it real right here on the Change Reality Show, your ass is out. Is that right, my brother?
That's it, baby. It's all over.
Now, what would you tell these youths out here that call themselves trying to get in the game and got a couple of ounces of weed and a couple of ounces of dope like they big time?
I say it ain't no game no more, man. That's what I tell them. I say it ain't no game. It's a penitentiary chance to be a chain to slavery, man, where they going to pay you $60,000 for you. When you go down to the joint, they going to lock you up. They going to pay the joint $60 grand a year. And then they going to make you make license plates. They going to have you making whatever they are that they using as a commodity, and you get nothing for it. You lose your family, you lose your respect, and when you come back out here, you can't get no job, you can't vote, you cannot be a part of society. It's a lose, lose, lose. And you're never going to get big time like back in the day when some of us was able to make money. You ain't going to make no money. They sending you to penitentiary for $700 for 2 or 3 grand.
My man. And on that note, I just want to enlighten these young kids out here. Selling drugs, trying to be a thug, is the oldest failure in the history of mankind. And I want to repeat that once again. Selling drugs, trying to be a thug, is the oldest failure in mankind. And what I meant by saying that is they always done put drugs in our ghetto across America. But once the drug hit the suburbs, then everybody wanted to start opening up their eyes, saying, "Oh, not my kid. Oh, not little Johnny. Johnny can't be him." Oh, Johnny been him, baby. You feel me? Johnny been sneaking down from the suburbs to the ghetto ever since Johnny know what it was.
Biggest cousin.
Right. So ever since Johnny know what it was to get high, he been bringing his butt down to the ghetto. You feel me? And Johnny had never even been to the ghetto until he started getting high. You feel me? But when it hit your suburb, then you want to say, "Old Johnny." You should have been saying "Old Johnny" to the ghetto. That's what you should have been saying "Old Johnny" to, when all the drugs was getting dropped in the ghetto, and Old Johnny had to come down to the ghetto to get his pack. You feel me? So that's what you need to open your eyes up to, people. Stop being a follower. Stop always trying to be with your homeboys because they talking about this is the way out. Stop always trying to run around here thinking that because you get a drug sack, you finna get a 401k plan with that pack. Let me tell you something, homie. With that pack come 2 things, bruh. No gold watch come with that. No 401 plan come with that. And you get no retirement plan. You get 2 plans with that. The first plan you get is a prison cell for natural life when it comes to selling drugs. The second plan you definitely gonna get is the graveyard. So them is 2 plans you definitely will get if you ran out here talking about selling drugs and you talking about you that thug. Because you don't get that 401k, baby. That's dead in the water. Oh, boy. There ain't nowhere in the world they finna give a drug dealer a 401k. You dig? So open your eyes up, man, and learn that they putting that poison in our hood just to enlighten your mind and make your mind think that you finna retire off this. Like my man said, back in the old days, we granted you can make $1 million a week. You can make 4 or 5 million a month. But now they ain't gonna even let you get past $700. You feel me? they locking your ass up quicker than they know you sell drugs. You know.
That's it.
And you know your homeboy done told her, you know, soon he got caught with that ounce of weed up the street, and that wasn't nothing but a ticket. But he's saying, "I can take you to grandmama's house. She's sitting on all the dope in her rocking chair." I done seen that happen before, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
My man told on his own grandmother, and she was holding his dope, and he told the people it was grandmama's shit.
That's how scandalous it got.
Yeah, that's how scandalous done got. There's no honor, man. There's no nothing in the game no more, you know? So you got any shout-outs you'd like to give anybody, homie?
Oh, man, I just love what we're doing here, brother. I don't really have no shout-outs. A whole bunch of folks I know is dead and gone, man. You know, if I shot out, it'd be a bunch of dead folk.
But
just to say to all you youngsters out there, there's hope that you absorb this, understand that with love we can make a change in our community, that there is help out there, brothers, but we have to change our mind. We have to become responsible for what we do. Stop blaming on everybody else. It's our fault. We the ones put the bullets in the guns. We the ones that cut the rocks up, and we the ones get out there and sell. They drop all the dope in the community they want to. That's what I know. I come from back there when the protest was real, man. You put your hand up in the air, you was protesting because white man had his hand on our neck. But man, look here, we put our own foot on our neck now. And that's my message right there.
And you know what, on that note, people, I'm going to roll with my man on that, because one thing I say to people all the time, when they pulled us out of slavery back in the old days, you know what I mean, they was giving us a chance to do something right then. But then the youngsters get out here and they thinking this thug life and want to be a gangbanger. You ain't doing nothing but put your own ass back in slavery. You feel me? And the only thing gonna happen is they gonna keep locking your ass up and they gonna keep putting your ass in the graveyard. You feel me? So don't run around here and every time somebody pull your ass over, you talking about racial profiling. My ass, you hear me? Racial profiling, you're doing it on your own ass. You feel me? Get your education and they can't take that from you. But all this thug life and talking about I sell drugs, they can take that shit from your ass and make your head spin quicker than you can get in that cell. You hear me? So that's what you better opening your eyes up to. Get your education. Get your mind on tight. Stop all this trying to be a gangster and a thug, because, man, that shit's a dead end. And we cuss on this show because we keeping it real. You feel me? And this is the Change Reality Show, because we want y'all to wake up. We want you to stop being a fool. We want you to stop keeping your own ass in slavery. You feel me? Back in the old days, we all used to say, oh, the white man is holding me down. That's bullshit. Ain't no white man holding your ass down now. Only thing holding your ass down is your damn self. You hear me? And you holding it down quite well. With your guns popping and you're talking about you the Bloods, you the Crips, you this, you that. It's time to blood that shit, Crip that shit, and do the right thing, because they still got a sale for your ass too. Trust that. Holler if you hear me. Peace out. We kicking it right here at the Change Reality Show. And I give much love to my missus, Miss Lucinda, and always be down with the camera, executive producer, president of the Streets Don't Love You Back movement, my manager, and definitely down with the Streets Don't Love You Back, baby. Holler if you hear me. Peace.
No doubt. To live and die in LA, California. What you say about Los Angeles? Still the only place for me. It never rains in the sun. To live and die in LA, where every day